is right there. David! David!
He can't hear you, honey.
He's looking around too. He just went that way.
Of course he did.
It's how, you know how I knew it was him? The shirt.
I saw blue, but I couldn't see anything else.
He's way over there now.
He found you?
No, he didn't see me. I don't think he'd be able to see shit.
Oh, you mean like me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was already up there. She's wearing a...
You don't see nothing. After I see him, he had to be a see shit.
Please be seated. Good evening, fellow students, staff,
Now I can see him.
and family and friends. And welcome to our Ashtabula County Technical and Career Center Senior Award Ceremony. I am Justice Beckett, a senior in a Healthcare Academy medical program, and we are very pleased that you have decided to spend your evening with us as we celebrate our career technical certifications that we have each earned. Thank you for sharing this special event with us, and at this time, Morgan Cunningham, a senior in the Healthcare Academy medical program, will introduce our distinguished guests. It is my pleasure to introduce those distinguished guests who are sharing the 2026 Senior Award Ceremony with us. Would you please hold your applause until all have been presented, and will each of our guests please stand and remain standing after you've been introduced. Representing the Ashtabula County Technical and Career Center Board of Education, Mrs. Ginny Ortiz, Board President. Mr. Eric Nesbitt, Vice President. Mrs. Lindsay Ellie, Treasurer. Mr. Scott Bodega, Superintendent. And Board members. Dr. Deborah Berkman, Mrs. Barbara Kingsmith, Mr. Gus Cycli, Mr. Donald Repose, and Dr. Carla Wade. Representing Ashtabula Area City Schools, Ms. Lisa Newsom, Superintendent, and Mr. Doug Weatherholt, Principal. Representing Buckeye Local Schools, Mr. Patrick Colucci, Superintendent, and Dr. Joe Garrett's Principal. Representing Pontiac Area City Schools, Mrs. Stephanie Ansevitz, Principal, and Mr. Jeff Appleby, Guidance Counselor. Representing Geneva Area City Schools, Dr. Paul Lombardo, Superintendent, and Mr. Michael King, Principal. Representing Grand Valley Local Schools, Dr. William Nye, Superintendent, and Mr. Nicholas Wipasich, Principal. Representing Jefferson Area Local Schools, Mr. Jeremy Huber, Superintendent, Mr. Rich Shields, Principal, and Mrs. Lisa Paul, Guidance Counselor. Representing Pomatoonie Valley Local Schools, Mr. Chris Edison, Superintendent, and Mr. Mark William. We are pleased to be joined this evening by the Atech faculty and staff. Many of these individuals will be introduced with our program completers, but at this time, we would like to recognize those staff members who have come to be part of this ceremony but will not be recognized on the stage. Atech staff members, please stand. Please join in applause as we recognize our special guests. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Sienna Smith-Tapia, a senior in our Healthcare Academy dental program. Step by step, we figured it out. Good evening to families, speakers, and my fellow graduates. Today feels a little surreal, doesn't it? Because somehow we made it from not knowing which tool was which to standing here as graduates. And now here we are. What changed? We didn't just sit back and learn, we figured it out. Somehow we made it through early mornings, long days, and hands-on learning that made one thing very clear. You can't fake your way through a trade school. At Atech, you either learn it or you learn it the hard way. Automotive technology and collision students figured out how to take things apart, put them back together, and figure out what the rest of us definitely made work. Carpentry and construction students built things from the ground up, proving that patience, precision, and measuring more than once actually matters. Electricity students learned that details matter because in their case, mistakes are a little more shocking than most. Our welding students turned sparks into structure and learned that something intense can be shaped into something strong. Cosmetology students showed us that confidence can be built through skill, creativity, and maybe a really good haircut on a stressful day. And every single one of them learned something the same. Nothing here came easy. Culinary arts students proved that learning can be delicious, and sometimes figuring out means starting over when something gets slightly overcooked. Early childhood education students mastered patience on a level the rest of us can only admire. Engineering academy students solved problems most of us didn't even know we had, and somehow made it look easy. Environmental and natural resource students reminded us that what we build only matters if we take care of the world around it. Criminal justice and firefighter EMT students trained for the moments where there's no script, just instinct, courage, and the ability to act. Healthcare Academy students learned that care, compassion, and responsibility go hand in hand. Information technology students kept everything running behind the scenes and probably fixed problems we didn't even know we had. Small animal care students reminded us that sometimes the best patients don't speak, but they need just as much care and attention. Digital media, art, and design students brought ideas to life and made everything look better along the way. Different programs, different skills, and different challenges. But one thing in common, we all learned how to figure it out. Even when things didn't go as planned, and let's be honest, things didn't always go as planned. There were mistakes we thought defined us, and moments where we questioned if we actually belonged here. But we stayed, so maybe the real world isn't something to fear. Maybe it's just the next place we go to keep figuring it out. Because success isn't a straight line. It's built the same way we learned everything here. Step by step, mistake by mistake, lesson by lesson. So as we move forward, remember this. Be the person who tries, even when it's difficult. Be the person who keeps learning, even when you think you know enough. Be the person who says, I'll figure it out, and then proves it. And maybe, just maybe, double check your work. Most importantly, don't forget the people who helped you along the way, our instructors, our families, and each other. Because no one understands this journey like we do. To my classmates, what we built here is more than just skill. It's confidence. Confidence that no matter what comes next, we can handle it. So yes, today is the end of something, but it's also proof of something. Proof that we can walk into the unknown, not having all the answers, and still find a way forward. Because that's who we are. We are the class that shows up, the class that works, the class that doesn't quit when things get hard. We are the class that didn't always know the answer, but always figured it out anyway. We didn't just make it at Atech. We became the kind of people who can handle what comes next. Congratulations, class of 2026, we figured it out. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Janessa Kosik, a senior in our Healthcare Academy Pharmacy program. Draft Life. Welcome teachers, parents, staff, and most importantly, the class of 2026. When I was starting to write this speech, I started with what's right. I generally had no clue how to say something that would resonate with everyone in this room. We all come from different schools, different backgrounds, and different reasons that brought us here. That's when I realized that even though everyone's story is different, we still have some things in common. We learned who we were, and then that version of us changed, and then it changed again, and honestly, it'll probably keep changing long after today. Throughout our school years, we've all experienced growth, sometimes in ways we didn't even notice at the time. Think about who you were as a freshman, or even just a year ago, compared to who you are now. The way you think, the way you handle challenges, the way you see yourself, it's all evolved. And that growth didn't always come easily. It came through mistakes, through setbacks, and through moments where we had to figure things out the hard way. We all learned the same kind of life lessons, just in different ways and at different times. Like how to be a good friend, how to fix mistakes, and how to move forward even when things don't go as planned. And a big part of that came from the people who guided us along the way. Our teachers taught us more than just y equals mx plus b and correct punctuation. They taught us how to be good people, how to stand back up when we fall, and how to keep going when things don't go our way. They showed us that it's okay to fall down as long as you get back up. Because it was never just about passing a class. It's about becoming someone who can handle life beyond the classroom. Our mistakes do not define us. The effort we put into everything we do and how we choose to grow from those moments, that defines us. We all started out unsure of where our lives were going. We worried about things that, looking back now, don't seem as important. Like how we would do on the math test, if our homework was late, or even what we were going to wear the next day. And somewhere along the way, we were so focused on what was next that we forgot to look at how far we have already come. We forgot to pause, look in the mirror, and recognize everything we worked for. To tell ourselves that we're proud, that we're thankful we kept pushing even when it wasn't easy. So right now, take a second to breathe. There are days we doubted ourselves, days we felt left behind, days we wondered if we were doing enough. But we kept going anyway. You made it. We are here today graduating after everything that stood in our way, and that's something worth recognizing. But as big as this moment is, it's not the final version of our stories. We're not finished. A lot of people say life is like a book, but I think it's more like the essays we wrote in English class. The ones we thought were finished until we got them back covered in edits. We fixed them, rewrite them, improve them, and realized they were never meant to be perfect the first time. Life is like that. It's never truly finished. There's always room to grow, to change, to learn something new. Nothing is set in stone, and that's actually a good thing. It means we're not stuck being who we were yesterday. We get to keep becoming who we want to be. So wherever you go next, whether it's college, a career, the military, or something else, just remember that it's never too late to edit your story. You're not behind, you're not stuck, and you're definitely not finished. This is just your rough draft. And as you move forward, keep growing, keep learning, and keep rewriting your story into something you're proud of. Be proud of you. Take a look at the people who stood by your side. The ones who were there through the struggles, the good moments, and all the changes. Don't forget to say thank you. Because the truth is, we are all still becoming. So don't forget your resumes and your deodorant. Congratulations, and I'm proud of you, class of 2026. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mia Lafita Arez, a senior in our criminal justice program.